Hey everyone, coming at you again from Key West. We're gonna go for a walk today. Well, tonight. And so tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of taking time for yourself and the importance of time for relaxation and getting yourself back on that good mindset. I know for me, what was really tough was giving time for myself, because a lot of the time, you spend time for yourself, but you don't necessarily have like a takeaway of saying like, oh, I did this, so this came out of it. It's just your feeling that you're left with, and really though, that is so important, because look at this is pretty cool. When you take that time for yourself, you may not have that takeaway of like, oh, I did this with my time. But the thing is when you take that time for yourself, when you go back to what it is you're doing, you have a totally new and fresh mindset to tackle everything that you've been going to. I know for me, for example, I'm a very creative person, and sometimes I'll be working on a project and I'm working on it, and then my mind gets a little stale because it's like, okay, you've been working on this for so long, and my mind just like, the gears just stop working, and it's like, yo, you need some time for yourself. And then it's crazy because then you take that time for yourself and then you come back to it, and then you have so much more great ideas coming at you because you took that time for yourself. And if you wouldn't have taken that time for yourself, if you would have just kind of kept trying to choke through, you may have came up with a subpar idea, but nothing can compare to that time you take for yourself, and then you come back to that idea and you have a fresh new mindset, and you'd be surprised at just the different way that you would think of something just because you gave yourself that extra amount of time to think about it and process it through. And that can do with your creative ideas, but that can also do with yourself and your own thoughts on what you're doing, where you're going. And when you really give yourself that time, because really what you're doing is you're giving yourself some self-love there. And you're also giving yourself, without even realizing it, you're giving yourself meditation time. Because no matter what it is you're working on or doing, if you're sitting and maybe it is you're fishing, maybe it is you are doing some yoga, maybe you're drawing, really, that's actually you're meditating. And a lot of people don't realize that. And when you give yourself that relaxation, it changes your whole day, because you approach your whole day in a completely different way, because you're feeling a completely different way than you did before. And from that new feeling, you're going to get a different type of inspiration and a whole new set of ideas just from that time that you gave yourself. And if you were to sit there and say, no, I need to keep working on this, I need to keep doing this, you are causing yourself stress. And because of that stress, that's going to make it so it's going to be even harder to come up with a creative idea, because you're stressing it on yourself, as opposed to just, you know what, let me just take 2 seconds, and you just let that go, and you just kind of see what comes up, and there's no way. Oh, this is pretty cool. And there's no way to, there's no right or wrong method to doing this. It's once you do it and you follow your intuition, then you'll know, okay, this is the right amount of time. And then you'll just feel it, because maybe it's in the middle of your break that you just get hit with this bomb of intuition. And you're like, oh my God, that is exactly what I needed. Oh, we got a dead end. Part of me just really wants to climb up that. But I'm following my intuition that says, no, you don't want to get kicked out. But yeah, so really what you need to realize too is that when you take that time for yourself, that's telling yourself that, you know, you are more important than whatever it is this idea is. Because whatever you're trying to do or you're trying to finish, that's going to be there whether or not you're there or not, you know? You could die, and that thing is still going to keep going, and it's going to get passed on to the next person. And when you realize that, you know, that is going to happen regardless, and you decide, you know what, I'm more important, and my relationship with myself is more important than that, then you take that time for yourself. You're feeling great, and then you get hit with that inspiration. Because, like I said, I'm a very creative person, and I know I've worked on several projects where I'm stalemated and my head is hurting me because I'm trying to think about something and I've worked my brain to the max. And then I say, you know what? I'm done for today. I take a break. I go do something that I want to do. And then, usually, while I'm doing that thing that I want to do, I get hit with that inspiration that totally solves my problem, you know? So, trust that intuition, trust yourself, and make sure you're treating yourself well and you're giving yourself that self-love, and you'll be surprised about the ideas you may come up with. Alright everyone, I hope you have a great night. I'm ready to hit the hay. I had some good food, and I'm so tired. I'm ready to pass out. Good night everyone.